We're back. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker, and today's a special show. It's AV High School class of 1969, 50-year reunion. And with me, our third guest, Pam Mauldin Hanson. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You bet. Hey, I remember from high school. I was a year older.
Right.
But you're Annie Antelope.
My senior year.
In your senior year. Oh, okay. So how many times was that, like all the football games, all the basketball games, all the rallies?
Yep.
And was that a special class? Were you able to get out of class, or how did that work with actually going to school?
It was mostly just the assemblies and stuff, and then at night were the games and stuff, basketball. But I remember one time for baseball, I was running across the green from 3rd Street over to the baseball field, and this crow kept dive bombing me. I almost crawled the whole way there.
Because you were dressed.
Yeah, I had my antlers on and stuff in my red suit. Wouldn't leave me alone. But no, I had a lot of fun. In all 4 years, I loved high school. Lots of friends.
Being the mascot in your senior year, was that like a defining moment, or it was just something you could put in your resume?
Never used it on a resume. But no, I just had a lot of fun. I did it for the fun. You get out of class, and I was on the 4-4 plan also my junior and senior year. So.
White fabric.
White fabrics. Oh, I had the best boss in the world.
How'd you get that job?
I went down on my 16th birthday and walked the boulevard. Told my parents I'll be back when I get a job. I wanted a car. And so I went home that day, and I went in and interviewed, and Mrs. White hired me on the spot. Started 2 days later.
And in those days, there must have been 50 small businesses on the boulevard.
Yeah,
a lot.
At least. Remember they used to have March Madness or something, or all the stores stayed open late, and everybody was on the boulevard, and there was tons of people there. It was fun.
It was fun.
Lots
I
of
could do
people.
all my shopping there with a
Yeah.
$5 bill.
I know, just about, yeah.
So white fabric, were they in competition with Kleiners?
A little bit, yeah. They kind of both had their own customers and stuff, so no.
Before the days of big boxes and
Yeah.
online.
Yeah. No, I think people shop both places. They supported the small town businesses.
It's good to have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
So reunion, have you been to all the reunions through the
I
years?
have.
Anything changed? I mean, as far as what's going on at the reunion?
Wrinkles.
I know, don't you agree that, people that come to the reunion are the most adjusted people? I mean, because they're just happy to be there.
Right, absolutely. Every day you get up and thank God you're alive. Yeah, so I get to enjoy my grandkids, I get to enjoy life, I get to see old friends. It's a wonderful life.
You call them forever friends?
Yes, they are. Because those are the people that knew you best, knew you when. And no matter the mistakes you made, they still loved you.
I wasn't aware. Did you make mistakes? Or you're just talking about somebody else in the room?
Oh, no. I think we all did in those days. My name came up at a few things.
Oh, man. Do you remember all those things that people say about you, or do you think they're making some things up?
No, I remember most of them. Some of them I don't.
I didn't ask anybody.
Because of the circumstance.
I didn't ask anybody about family, but how many kids, how many grandkids?
I have 4 grandkids. I have 4 kids and 8 grandkids. 2 are in Indiana. My son's in Indiana with his 2. But I have a huge family that always lived in California. And my grandparents came over in the 30s in a covered wagon from Oklahoma to California.
Wow. That's the Mauldin family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have 62 first cousins on my dad's side.
Wow.
And then multiply that, I don't know how many I have. Keep going,
Wow.
I know, it was so fun, though, growing up with all my cousins and stuff. And most of them all lived here,
Right.
when
A
we
lot of
were
Mauldins.
little.
A lot of Mauldin. So some of them must have
When we were
had
little.
ranches out on the east or the west side.
Oh, yeah.
Swimming pools and animals and
Right.
Grandma's big house and
Mhm.
parties.
And my grandmother on my mother's side was in Oklahoma, and she had a milk farm. That's where we spent all our summer vacations.
You drive
And
back there.
Yeah, I lived in Texas and Texas and California when I was a kid.
And now you're in Arizona.
Yep, I'm in Arizona. I like it. It's nice.
There's no snow there.
No, no, there isn't. And I kind of like that because I spent some time in Indiana this last year with my son, and I don't really like the snow anymore. You can fall down in it.
Right.
But, no, I love growing up in Lancaster, though. It was great childhood, yeah.
What were some of the things, the adventures you did?
When I was little, my parents would get us all dressed up for Easter Sunday and take us over to Jane Reynolds Park, and we got to climb on those little planters and stuff and
You remember that
get our
planter?
pictures. Oh, yeah.
Kind of in the shape
Mhm.
of a boat or something. It had a lot of ledges and
Yeah,
finished
lots of
cement,
ledges and stuff. It was
flagpole.
fun climbing on it and stuff. And I remember the old post office. I loved the old post office when I was a kid.
We're going there tomorrow.
You could hear your feet.
Oh, on Lancaster Boulevard.
Yeah, I love that. And those steps just seem so big. And the boulevard, Gail and I, my good friend from high school, we used to go down every Saturday and hair in curlers and walk the boulevard and have fun and go to Woolworths and sit at the counter and Tasty Freeze, and it was a lot of fun.
Wow.
It was a great small town. I like what they've done with the boulevard now, though.
Good to hear that.
Mhm.
You know, we had to do something.
Yeah. Well, it was a big cruise place when I was, when we
Oh,
were all
yeah.
young. You could cruise the boulevard on a Friday night and see everybody. And then as we got older, we could go to the beer gardens at the fair and see
Oh, yeah.
everybody you knew on Friday and Saturday night. Now I go and there's not too many people you see that you know.
You have to sit in one
Mhm.
place and let people walk by you. That's it.
Right.
Because when you're
mhm.
moving, they just look
Don't
like,
see much.
No.
hmm
yeah, sit in one place and just look at faces.
Right.
Like Sunday over at the Old Timers.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. I heard a lot of my cousins go there and stuff, so.
They've got big
Let's
books
see
of
it.
photographs.
Oh,
You
do
know,
they?
Some they know who they are, and some they say, hey, grab a Post-it note if you recognize anybody.
That's awesome.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, I would think for a Mauldin that should be easy to
Yeah.
identify some
A lot
names.
of my uncles are probably in there. hmm
So your family
Yeah.
originally came here to ranch and farm and
I don't know.
in the 30s?
My grandpa was a school teacher and built a house little house that they lived in and stuff.
Oh, yeah, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
service businesses came also, but
Yeah, my grandmother's living room was probably this size, and I remember all of us kids on Christmas Eve, everybody went there, and we're all sitting, and all you see is heads. There's like 30 of us sitting
all
on the
fit.
floor. Yeah.
yeah, when I
It
worked
was
on the
fun. I had a
reunions,
great childhood.
we grew up in
Mhm.
small houses, and a lot of people had one bathroom for a family.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, so it
That's
tells-
all my grandmother had too.
Indoors.
Yeah. hmm Yeah. After a while, it was indoors. hmm
I think these reunions tell us a little bit about the journey, where
Right.
we came from and who we
Mhm.
were a long
I
time ago.
know. And the thing that you do when you get older is you don't sweat the small stuff. It's just.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
hmm And it's just fun. I can't wait to see everybody. But I've talked to several friends as this is progressing and stuff, and it's like talking to them when you're in high school again. I mean, you just catch right up.
And that's okay, right?
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that time went
Mhm.
too fast. In
Yeah.
fact, all time seems to go pretty fast,
It does. It's like a blink.
like a blink. So what am I
Yeah.
forgetting to ask you? What
No.
did you do? What did you do for a living?
I did mostly retail sales. I didn't do much with as far as career and stuff. I love being a mom and
Yeah.
and being involved with baseball and my son and my daughters and just being a mom, grandma. I love it.
Kids need that.
Nothing better.
Any kids retired yet? Any of your kids retired yet?
No,
Oh, yeah, thank
no,
God.
we're still going,
Thank
still
you for
going
saying
strong.
that.
Crazy
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that they could be old enough to do that.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Don't.
bad question.
My
Bad
oldest
question.
grandson just is gonna graduate high school this year. Mhm.
And
But
so,
they're all doing well, they're all
good
real
genes.
happy, yeah.
Good genes.
Mhm. Thanks.
Who were some of your favorite teachers?
Mrs. Corliss, the drama class, drama
Mm.
teacher, I loved her.
Pat Corliss.
Mhm. And I like Mr. Brown, my math teacher, and Mr. Atkins, and English. I liked all my teachers, basically. I got along with all of them. I was kind of a talker, and my girlfriend was kind of quiet. And I remember once in French class, Mrs. Harris, Gail had poked me, and I turned around, and she was talking to me. I didn't say anything. And Mrs. Harris said, now, Gail, do you want me to have to send Pam to the office? I'm like, what? Guys were falling off their chairs. It was funny. But she couldn't sing Gail. She was too good.
Yeah.
Gail Mann, or Gail,
Mhm, Gail Mann.
Gail Mann. She's too good.
Ridgeway. She was in
Right,
Ridgeway.
Gail Ridgeway. Gail
She had a
Ridgeway.
big family too, with lots of cousins here and stuff. And when we would go to the games and everything and see cute guys walk in and go, "Oh, he's cute. I wonder if he's related."
Oh, before you get too excited.
Yeah. Let's find out if
That's
he's
your
a cousin.
Not that it made a difference, but
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just
Yeah,
good to know
it did.
going in.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Hey, Pam Mauldin.
Pam
Thanks for
Mauldin.
coming.
Thank you so much for being here.
And have fun at
Having
the
me.
AV High School
I
1969.
plan on it.
The reunion.
Are
this
you going to
weekend.
come?
I'm coming.
Yay!
See you there. Thank you.
Good job.